Alright, here's my hair. So I went and installed the Clipper Creek or the Victory level 2 wall charger, and there it is. So so what I wound up doing is I got one of these IKEA wall mounting kits, and it didn't come with the screws for it. I wish it did, but I use one of these, the medium-sized screws. You could probably use one of the bigger ones too. I didn't have to use a wall anchor. I got lucky and I hit a stud. So I actually messed up. I had it too low before. So this is like the only position that I could install it at. Ideally, it would have been better to have like a plug up here or something, and then the unit like right here, and then you could actually use it as a reel, you know. But I'm thinking later for charging in the garage, this is great. But if I wanted to charge out there in the driveway, which if I plan to get like an electric car or something later, I would have an outlet. I would have I guess a 430p outlet or a 1450. I mean 1430p outlet here, or I guess it's a 1430R because it's a receptacle. Yeah, I would put one like around here. Have one put around here somewhere, or maybe like right here on this wall right here, and then yeah, that would be the ideal place, and you would have plenty of room to charge stuff in the garage, and then you would have plenty of room to charge stuff outside. But yeah, I still don't. You would have to make some kind of pass through for the wire, so it can go through the garage too. I don't know. It might actually it might fit under the little gasket here, so I think it'll be okay. You could probably just let the garage door run it over. The cable will be like this thick. So this is my level 1 charger right here, and I have it hooked up here. This is where, like, ideally this is where I would have my level 1, the level 2 charger would be right here, but there's no 240 volts. So I'm using a dryer outlet, so that's what I had to do. My 1430 receptacle is right there, so I had to put it there. The cable is really short. It's like maybe a foot long, so you don't really have much choice where to mount it, and it has to be mounted lower. It has to be mounted lower than the outlet because of the way the plug is, because the plug is like a 90-degree plug. So that's it. So this is my dryer here, so whenever I want to use it, I have to unplug it. I have to unplug the dryer without getting shocked. I gotta remember not to stick my finger between the receptacle, and then you just plug in the charger. It's a little hard to get it in there right now. I think it'll wear in eventually, because I don't know if you're supposed to take these out and put them in all the time, but I guess it's okay because you do it all the time for that. And then that will just be there. And then I got the holster. I mounted the holster a little bit higher. Yeah, I was thinking of putting it up here. I think it would have been better up here, because then you can coil the wire longer. I had to wrap it like 4 times around there. You could probably just wrap it like twice or something, or you could do more. The unit itself, so the way it works is it has these little kind of those like teardrop holes in there, and then you just like kind of hook it up in there. I only use 2 of them. There's 2 on the top and there's 2 on the bottom, but I only use 2, and it seems okay. It'll stay there fine. See, I can plug it and unplug it fine, and it won't fall off of the wall. So that's good. That is kind of annoying. To have to plug it and unplug it all the time. I may make like a splitter later, so I don't have to unplug it. But the good thing about this setup here is I don't run both of the appliances at the same time. Like, let's say I'm charging my bike and then somebody wants to go use the dryer, and then like, oh, they don't know, like, hey, don't use the dryer and charge the bike at the same time. So it might blow out the breaker, or something will happen. That would be too much current maybe. But then again, this only pulls like half. It only pulls half the power that you can from there. So yeah, there it is. So this is a very nice holster. I like it. I don't. This definitely was worth it. This does not come with the level 1 charger. So what I wound up doing is I did not install it the way you would normally install it. Normally this would be like, it would be pointing down. The holster would be pointing down. And like I mentioned before, the reason for that is like if it's raining, the water won't pool up inside of it. But as you can see, it's inside my garage, so I want to make it easier to pull out. So you just pull it out here, and then basically uncoil. Well, uncoil however much you need. I probably don't even need all of it. Maybe most of it. And I just take it to the Empulse here. Plug it in. But my bike is charged right now, so you can't really see it charge. Boom. It's the first time I plugged it in. See, hope it works. There it is, but it's got 100% charge, so it's pretty much going to do nothing right now. It might try to balance the battery, but yeah, that's how it's going to work. And I pulled the cable out, and I can pretty much reach to the garage door. So I can pretty much charge almost anywhere in the garage. I can park my bike anywhere in the garage, and I should be able to charge it. I ride my bike into the garage forward, because charging port plugs in this way. I know that's one of my big gripes about the Empulse is why didn't they just make it in the middle, you know? Have it go like this one, like this way, instead of this way. But anyway, that's just the way they made it. So that's why I ride the bike in this way. It's not that big deal. It is actually easier to get out of the driveway because it slopes downward, so it's okay, I guess. So yeah, it'll just be like this, and then when I'm done, say it's done charging, just unplug it. I love the J1772 plug for the Clipper Creeks. Oh yeah, I'll show you my other charger too. Yeah, so and then just take it here, and the holster does act as a thingy. So yes, I don't know how I do this. How would I do this to make it easy? Let's see how far we can make it. Yeah, you just wrap it around the holster. Like I said, the unit itself actually acts as a reel too, so you can choose which one. But that one is like way down there. I would coil it around it if it was like up here. Looks like I don't really need all the cable. Then it just kind of drags the cable around, so everything's all scratched up already. So there it is. That's my setup. Yeah. But I did it with one hand, so with two hands it should be easier. I should be able to hold the cable and coil it around the holster at the same time. So the holster does act as a reel also. It has this little area here that's kind of like for the wire to rest on. So there it is, and then when I'm not using it, I'll just unplug it. Like I said, I might make some kind of splitter cable later, or I'll see if I have to sell one. There you go. So yeah, you have to have a 1430R. They don't have one for the 1030, unless you can get a 1430 to 1030. A lot of old houses have 1030. The house I used to live in had a 1030, so that's why it's good to have both. But yeah, one of the questions I asked, one of the questions I asked the seller before I bought it was, can you take a picture of the plug? And he did. I was like, oh, that's a 1430. Okay, that's cool. The 1430 is a very common outlet for a dryer, so that's probably why they went with that. But a lot of newer houses have that plug. If your house is like really, really old, then you'll probably have a 1030. Or you can always just have a new one. This is designed to be like a portable charger, but I don't know where you'll find a 1430 outlet. Okay, so yeah, so there it is. That's my my Victory Level 2 charger. It's actually which is actually a Clipper Creek LCS 20. LCS20 charger with the 1430p plug. The P is for the plug and R is for receptacle. I like, I might as well just do a little review on it right now. Like I said, I haven't really used it. That was the first time I plugged into the bike right there. So, but I do like this holster. This holster is very nice. Good luck. I think I hit a stud. This one came in and then it started going sideways like this. So I must have hit a stud or something. So like it's kind of like it's cockeyed in there. And then this one, I don't even really know what's on this one. So, but really the one that bears all the load is this one anyway. So it's cool. But I do like the holster. Holster is a nice touch. And yeah, that thing is just a pain in the ass. Since you really are limited on where you're going to install that thing. It really has to be right next to the outlet. I could have made an extension cable. That was another thing I could have done. I could have made an extension cable and then put the charger down there. But this is okay. This way it's out of the way and it stays on the wall. And then like I can kind of like see back there what it's doing. But for the most part, yeah, you just plug it in and plug it into the bike. So that's honestly, I don't think you really need the fast charger for this bike. It doesn't really take that long to charge. Unless you drain it all the way, then yeah, it'll take like 8-10 hours. But like, hey, what are you doing, like, you know, throughout the day? I don't know if it's better to fast charge it or slow charge it. So I got two chargers. I have a level 1 there and a level 2 here. So, but I got a really good deal on that one. Yeah, that was a really, really good deal. That's a $400 charger. I got it for $150. I'm totally happy with it. So, and it's a good charger. Clipper Creek makes good stuff. So, there it is. That's my little, it's a little show and tell, and like initial review. I'll make another video about my other charger, which will probably be my travel charger now. All right, EVSE here. I just got done taking the Impulse out for a little test ride after changing the sprocket. So I'm going to show you, you know, how the Impulse charges with the level 2 charger. So when I pull into the garage, all I got to do, I got a pretty sweet setup here. Unplug the dryer without shocking myself, hopefully. I'm just kind of just like plop that down there. Plug in the charger. Okay, it's got power. Just go unhook the holster, and I could probably just pull the cords out like that. Stop the whole thing on the ground. Probably don't have to, but just get what you need. Plug it in. Boom. Bike should start up. You hear a bunch of clicking from the EVSE. Cooling fans turn on a little bit. And 86% right now. Start charging at some time. It's probably thinking right now. There you go. 24 amps, 2.5 kilowatts. That's about what it charges from a level 2 charging station. It works. It works like it's supposed to. That's the good thing. So let's just go take a look at the unit here. I wonder if it gets hot at all. I don't know, man. I have to clean some of this dust stuff. The drywall. But there we go. That's how it works. And then when I'm done, it's like 9 o'clock right now. I'll probably charge later to save electricity. So when I'm done charging, all I gotta do is unplug it, turn the bike off, and then and just wrap it around the holster there, and then and just plug it back in. Stick it in here. You can wrap it around however many times you want, I guess. There you go. So I wrapped it up a lot tighter than I did before. I probably want to keep it looser, but it is nicer. It is a little neater like this, though. And then I just unplug this. Somebody wants to use the dryer. Plug the dryer back in. It is kind of a pain in the ass. I wish I could get some kind of like a splitter or something so I could just leave it plugged in the whole time. But I don't know how much power that eats up plugged in idle, but I'm sure it eats something up. But I always unplug it because I don't want it to have a little draw while it's in idle. But yeah, so I'm probably just gonna wait till like midnight to charge. That's when electricity is cheapest around here. So here we go. That was a little demonstration of how Hades Omega's home charging setup with the Victory Level 2 charger. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, here's my go.